Well, well, well. Hello there, Tart. And hello, I love McCall. Just gonna do my Ubuntu. You talking about Linux? Did I put Ubuntu? Better make sure it works. System requirements. I did put that, yeah. I don't really know what I'm talking about there, but it should work on like most Linux stuff. Or Linux. I don't even know how to pronounce it properly. Hello, Krug. What's the plan today? Some bits and bobs. We're finally done with the start menu, so that's kind of cool. Got some houses to implement, and then going to look at some dialogue that I've been writing. Welcome back, Mr. Tart. Okay, so let's get cracking. Before I forget, I did change some dialogue in one of these here, and I'll forget to update it. So I'm getting to the point now where I have to check previously written sections for contradictions, which is pretty terrifying. I actually caught one. Okay, that's done. You can always just say, well, that character lies, so... Well, actually, I am doing quite a lot of that on purpose, but then it might get confusing if they lie about something they wouldn't lie about or something like that. But I feel you. I know where you're coming from. Okay, so data available, huh? Let us begin by adding a house. Path 3 H110. Okay. How's it going? It's all good. Very productive morning. I did a lot of writing, so I'm very happy with that. Writing by far is my slowest thing to do. I think it's just extremely easy to hit points that are like procrastination triggers, which is bad. So it's just like whenever you get stuck in the middle of a sentence, it gives you an opportunity to go looking for something to distract you with. Press capital 3H1. Did you notify users of the stream in Discord? I didn't. I think I was wondering whether I should do the normal one or I'll do an everyone. everyone. So thanks for reminding me, crew. There you go. I'll stop bugging people with the everyone or at here thing now, and I'll just use the Twitch alerts rule. I'm ready to brag, but only if I'm the top. I have terrible news for you, Slater. There can only be 2 top brashes. I'm one of them, and you're the other. For some reason I read that like, this is my police badge. That works. There can only be 2? Well, okay, I can deal with that. This is my top badge, short and stout. Here's my handle, and here's my, no. Let's not. Men are like teapots. Hot, but fragile? Oh god, I just looked at another sample project. Don't do that. Stop doing that. Stop it. Cease and desist. Did you read Drake Spartan's message? I thought that was really good. So weird though, they're like AAA level games but small. Maybe they've lifted the code from somewhere else. It did, but it just made me bitter. Why? It made me feel really good, so I was like, that's nice. Why did it make you feel bitter? I don't know, I'm incredibly negative towards myself. It's just how it goes. Fair enough. We'll work on that. So how's how's your day-to-day right now? Are you like, so you're like out of uni at the moment, right? Your gap year has begun, so to speak. Right now I'm making sure my room is clean, so that's something. That is actually something. I'm gonna sneeze at that. Gap year for extra muscle flexing and game writing. Well, I didn't do a gap year, but I did have a period where basically I landed a job in January that started in September, and I basically used that thing as a gap year, 8 months. Saw a good post about a guy catfishing his roommate in hopes he would clean his room. That's awesome. Did it work? But honestly, those 8 months were amazing. No, awesome. He sent some dick pics. Classic teapot behavior. That looks kind of weird. I guess it's on purpose. I think it is. I don't mind. I'll allow it. I think I missed a bit. Wondering if I've added some game analytics. I think, is that slowing things down? Especially with the like ending event, I definitely don't want that happening all the time. Maybe if I just turn everything off, no logging and no event submission, maybe it'll be a bit faster. Let's just try that again just to see. Yeah, I think that is quicker. And then if I exit, not super quick, but I mean, it's still running. Finalize extension, finalize extension. Yeah. Hello, medium rare ice cream Jeff. How you doing today? Yeah, I'm a fan of the name. Feeling better? That's good. Has it hit you how close you're getting to release, by the way? Yes and no. Yes and no. That's such a boring answer. But like, there's some bits that are like when I'm making the main menu, like what you said, I'm like, holy crap, this is actually gonna be played by people. So that's the exciting part. And then sometimes it's like, I have so much work left to do, I want to go to sleep forever. So it is genuinely a bit of both, but it's a bit of a cop-out. Hey, Cooler. Tomorrow's release day. Actually, the list of stuff for my beta is actually really slimmed down. Like, I'm going to... Yeah, like literally it looks like 10 days away, so I do need to wait for like the world map, but even that's not crucial, so I could push it soon. I mean, I could add more stuff to it, but I think it's probably better to just get it done. So it's basically going to be beta, trailer, and then final stretch. Final stretch including the most cinematic moments in the game. So that will take some time. It's just dreading that trailer period. Yeah, me too. I'm kind of dreading it because it's very important, but at the same time, it's just my own effort. So if it's crap, I don't have to use it. So I'll invest like a week in it, and it might be crap. In which case, I'll need to figure out how to like hire someone or something. But yeah. I mean, I'd rather not hire someone. Release date when it's ready. Yup. I mean, it's more like coming soon. Forever. Nah, it is getting closer and closer and closer and closer. It's pretty badass. Did I add these? I think I did. I just need to test that the door works. Just got distracted with Dread. Cyberpunk is happening April. In April, okay. What was the other one you said I should be worried about? Like, what big releases are happening next year? What happened there? Something aired out. Bloodlines is coming out, and so is another RPG. Not to be super offensive, but Bloodlines isn't going to be nearly as big as Cyberpunk, right? Like, I know you're super hyped for it, and I'm sure a lot of people are, but it's not going to be as big. Another RPG, is that Baldur's Gate 3? Bloodlines has no Keanu. It's the most pre-ordered game on Steam. Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Dying Light 2 is the only game I'm interested in, other than Fates of War, right? Doom Eternal was delayed, no puns please. I shall respect your wishes. Duke Nukem Taking Forever 2, Doom Eternal Edition. I remember, was it Duke Nukem Forever? That was a long time ago. Doom Eternal's coming out early next year now. Okay, well, I mean, anyway, if Cyberpunk is coming out in April, do you know when Bloodlines is coming out? If Cyberpunk is coming out in April, I think if I'm doing like an itch pre-release, then I would go like late April or May. Right, Bloodlines in March. So I think I'll be fine then, because I'll go after them. Well, I mean, I don't know how long people will be absorbed. But if my pre-release is like end of April, early May, final release might be like June, July, whenever the Steam summer sale isn't, I guess. I need to kind of give space for that as well. In the end, I think you just can't, as an indie, you can't, you're just gonna have to get overshadowed by a million things. It's just gonna be your reality, I think. That's just 2 in February. Well, it's all early in the year, I guess. That's good, I think. Unless people are gonna have a backlog, so that'll suck. I'm not gonna beat them, that's for sure. So I'll have to go after. I'm really confused as to why this isn't working though. we've got 2 exports here. Why does it automatically zooms in there again? That's what I don't get. Not sure I'll ever buy like a Bethesda developed game again. Is that after Fallout 76 or has there been something else? Oh, there's another friggin' door. God damn it. I knew it. It's like, I bet there's another door behind there. Gosh darn. Fallout 4 was pretty bad too, to be honest. Yeah, but not as bad as 76. I've only played a tiny bit of Fallout 4, didn't really get into it. Probably bad sign. Right, completed. Next. It's for church next. 76 has some old bugs from the Morrowind era. That's amazing. I think if I could. I think if I tried, I could maybe have fun with Fallout 4. Okay, I got you now. So where does this one belong? Sorry, it's only the thing because I wrote that. That's alright. I spent a lot of hours in Fallout 4 and a good deal in Fallout 76. I regret nothing. Did you have fun? For me though, I feel like nothing's touched Oblivion and Morrowind. I think Skyrim was really good as a game. Like, I wonder if they were working on a remake of Morrowind with the Skyrim engine. That'd be pretty cool, probably. Don't get me wrong, Jeff, I don't think Skyrim was perfect. It's really shallow in a lot of ways, which is quite a shame. But it was good. Someone is remaking Morrowind Skyrim. Yeah, I know about it. I don't really keep up with it or anything. No game is perfect except Fates of War. Joking, it's not even gonna be close. Hey, Nelflap. I think it's hard to like even praise Skyrim because it's been shoved in the public's face for so long now. You know what I mean? I know you mean, but I'm not gonna be afraid to say it's good anyway. Also, Sky Oblivion, yeah, but I'm not as. I didn't love Oblivion as much. I thought it was really good as well, but I thought Morrowind was better. I found it strange that I had more problems with trolls in Red Dead Redemption 2 online than Fallout 76 online. Fallout 76, everyone just waved and helped. That's cool. What are you talking about? Skyrim is literally God Howard's perfect gift to the universe. Oh, I like it when you tell me sweet little lies. Which meant I feel like my initial enjoyment for Skyrim is hard to acknowledge because of it being constantly resold. Yeah, but I'm not gonna like. That's why I don't get mad at bad remakes of things, because like it doesn't. I understand that it can taint the memories for some people, but it doesn't for me really. So I agree that they went nuts with repackaging Skyrim over and over and over again, but I still enjoyed it, and I still probably would if I picked it up again. Infinite Quest, oh yeah, it's so shallow. I did like 1 or 2 of the Fighters Guild, like Infinite Quest ones in Skyrim, and I was like, this is just garbage. I did hate Infinite Quests, or the fact that it wasn't labeled as such. Well, I mean, they would have to try to convince you that this was like real, but you know, it takes you 2 seconds to detect it. I do really hate when the company bleeds into my memories of the games. That does sound really unfortunate. So we need to fix these. Hello, new duck. Is this T5 as well, or is this 23? Probably 23. Is that mix? No. Dang, haven't been here in a while. Can't believe I'm actually cold. That doesn't work. Can't do a good English accent. Can't believe you've done this. I can do that just because I know the sounds I'm looking for. Lovely. How's that? Random question, how do you have your Trello set up? Could you be more, recently started using it properly, actually organizing. If you could be more specific, that would be helpful, but basically I use, what are these called? Lists, right, I use lists. Basically, I mostly use this one. I just use, this is main. And then I've got some, basically they're all kind of archives or back burners. So I've got like back burner. I've got finish and polish, which is again for later. I've got ideas and ideas meh. So I find drafts, to do, in progress, and done to be the best setup. That's probably more organized than what I'm doing. I have possible, planned, in progress done, right? Do you put every single idea or just ones you know you're going to do? I do store ideas, so I've got 2 lists for ideas. I don't store done, I just archive them. Because it's more of a to-do list usually, rather than anything else. You had an idea? How very dare you? Trying to keep my Trello board organized because it's public/open. Yeah, that makes sense. I actually do done September 2019 and all this goes in the very right. Oh wow, so you do a monthly done. That's crazy. Nice. Then you can track your progress. That seems terrifying. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Weekly I'd probably do as I do a lot of changes, fair enough. Doesn't sound sad at all. Metal flap sounds like a good idea. Changes to weekly done lists, nice. Weekly is good, but then you might have too many columns, yeah. Oh, what? That needs to be moved. This music reminds me of Blade Runner a bit. I think it's like, what is it? A Wii loading screen or something? Yeah, it's a nighttime globe Wii weather channel. Hi, do you use any sort of color theory techniques to make the colors for the environment? Hello, Mystique's Games. I don't know. I didn't do the art, so unfortunately I can't answer that. I don't know how he does. I think he does. He uses some very nice colors. So he must develop a palette. I don't know if he does it just by feel or something, but Weather Channel or Blade Runner. I can just tell me to the right. I'll change it to monthly if there's too many. I mean, like just the 7th to today is 9 cards and done. Oof. Maybe you need to do checklist within cards. That's what I do. So if I have a task, like rather than basically I aggregate similar stuff into the same task. You already do that? God dang, why are you so productive? Get out of here. Find that totally unacceptable. This isn't a stream for productive people. Well, I mean many kind of ones. Okay, fine, you can come back. Checking list member doesn't give the same satisfaction as moving the whole card. I don't know, it's pretty cool, because when you do all of them, it goes green, and you're like, I completed it. Make a list of one element, so then you can get the checklist, the green, and then moving the card. Nice. We're getting so close, just one more. First child user be like, let me put art tasks in one column and code tasks in another. Thanks, I hate it. Joking. That looks good. Put no descriptions though? You don't have to if you know what you're doing. Right, where was I? I was here. I'm getting this, and I'm shifting it into here. Try to cram stuff in the title name. Yeah, I know the temptation. So then we've got Green Swamp Village. Now, why is there two? So that one, just delete it. And we're good. I'm okay with ads now because Twitch is awarding affiliates now too. Hey Rena, I don't know if the pre-roll ads give money though. I wonder if it's just the ones that you can roll yourself. I'd have to play like 10 ads to get $1. Is it not even less? I don't know if are we allowed to say. I'm sure there's like thousands. There's like thousands of affiliates, so I'm sure it's public knowledge what they pay, but I don't know if you're allowed to say. It's based on viewers, yeah. Just assuming. I haven't streamed in 2 months, I don't know what it looks like. So yeah, like that's another thing. For a channel my size, it's like you're not really gonna make any money off the ads. NDAs and stuff. Do you have an emote slot? Let's do an emote. I don't think I have a slot. Need more subs. I don't know if I have to check. Let me go in actually. So I don't have any ad revenue yet, and I haven't run any of the ads, so that leads me to believe that the pre-roll ads still go to Twitch. So it's probably only the ads that I click to run that I get paid for. Right, so an affiliate, emotes. Got 4 out of 4. I need 50 subscriber points. Okie dokie. If you are an affiliate, you're under 100 concurrent viewers, so it's weird. Well, I guess, it's not automatic to get partner. I mean, if you are at 100, then you're likely to get partner pretty soon, I guess. Anyway, so we should be able to ignore that safely. He says confidently. We've got NPCs that we can move, yeah. Right, so we've got 3 houses. We need to identify which ones are which. That's H1, that's H2, so it corresponds, which is good. Although if that's H3, oh, they both have the door on the same side. Right, we good. This is beautiful. Is he meaning for these to be empty? One thing about these like sample projects is that I think I'm starting to get the workflow a lot more now. Awesome, that's great. He made this, I think. Which one? Start location. Yeah, because I wouldn't put them next to the doors like that, so I think it must have been him. So are these triggers to enter new houses? Yep, you're correct. The Game Terrorist, thank you very much for the follow. Your name is oddly threatening and non-threatening at the same time. So the blocks and ground are all wrong, so they should be 6. So that's probably quicker to just search and place marginally. That's okay. Don't worry. That's not the right map I wanted to open though. Okay, so grassland, no, it's not grassland, it's green swamp village. Green swamp village. Which one? I think I named those things wrong here. Yeah, they have to be door at the end as well. They're all 500s. 420. And then we're going to shift the NPCs because they're supposed to be inside the houses, not outside. But we didn't have any houses, so I put them there temporarily. So you, excuse me, is there two of you? Huh. That's weird. You go in here. Okay, so we have them exported. Chuck them in here. Did that not load? Oh, it's not here, we said it anymore. Bit fed up with this playlist at the moment. Let's inject some life. Right, so the NPCs are gone from here. Tile set needs to be updated. These NPCs are the opposite of what I wanted. So she should be in here. And she should be in here. Is done, and also we need to update the tile sets. It was number 6. Alright, I think that's how this is done. Something tried to go somewhere that wasn't the bloomer. What? Are you playing any games right now? We're playing Borderlands 3. We just started. Bloomer 157, huh? Get. Why are you trying to get a target? Or a path? How is it? Not gonna lie, some bits of it are inexplicably awful. They force horizontal split, I guess, where basically when you're playing on the same TV, both your screens are super wide. Don't know why they make you do that. Every UI thing is frigging tiny and you can't change it. Like if there's like press X to interact, it's the size of a pea, and it's again inexplicable. We can't really read the objectives we have because the text is so tiny. You can change subtitle size, but that doesn't do much good. So stuff like that is ridiculous. Because of the way the screen is split, when you go up and to see some loot, the UI for the loot moves up off the screen. So you have to like, either you have to pick up all the loot around something, because sometimes you're just stuck and you can't actually read what it says. But even if you're just looking at one piece of loot, you have to like look at it and then look up to actually see the top of the UI. And that is, to me, I just don't understand how that got through any kind of quality assurance process, something like that. So it's kind of hard to get past that in a way, because it's like, what? Yeah. Other than that, it seems promising, I guess, so far, but I like the gunplay. The gunplay is good. It's much harder. I feel less patronized in the fights, which is a good thing. But I find usability really impacts my enjoyment of games. So I'm in trouble. Apparently it's supposed to be crossplay eventually, so you and Kat could split across machines. Well, but we've got it on our Xbox. Would you not need a second Xbox? This track was loud. Definitely not buying 2 copies of the game. Crossplay is a keyword there. I don't understand what crossplay is though. Does that mean PC? But surely if I've bought an Xbox One copy, I wouldn't be able to play it on PC, right? I think you can. Right, so just own a game. That would be pretty cool. It's on the Windows Store. I mean, I guess that would be okay, because I could, well, no, it's not okay, because we play, like, the way we play these kind of games is that half the fun is the fact that we're on the couch together and chilling. That's like, I'm not gonna sit at my computer screen, because that's just not the same. So no, that's not really workable. I feel, just adding to, yeah, fair enough. I feel like, yeah, it does kind of piss me off, because I don't want to be an angry gamer, but they've managed it for like at least 3 games, and then the newest version, somehow they're incapable of doing a vertical split and having UI the right size, or at least, or even I don't even need modifiable size, I just need big enough to see. I think if my goal is that, then surely this AAA studio should manage it. It's making me kind of salty, not gonna lie. And like, I don't understand why either. I think that makes me more mad, because I think I mean, I've never worked in a AAA studio or any game studio or anything like that, so I don't have an insight into the process. I'm sure there's big obstacles to, you know, people say like, yeah, just add this, it should be easy, right? Like, I understand there's development life cycles and stuff like that, so things aren't usually as easy as like this, but come on! Do you think if you lower the res on the output, will it scale the text up? Well, we went through the menus, the in-game menus, and we couldn't find anything, but are you saying, is that like would that be a TV thing or something? To be honest, it could just be couch co-op was given the least priority. I guess. Unlike the Xbox TV, right? Okay, I'll look into that, crew, because it is actually like worth looking into. It's that annoying. I see what you mean, Tart, but I mean, I saw Kat said that they like the official position was they're not going to bother implementing vertical split because people have complained about it. I don't understand that. Is that hard? I don't know. Given that they've done it before, I don't understand. I don't understand why this split is the horizontal split is default. What? Who plays like that? Animals. When you say vertical split, you mean a line going along the middle of the Y and covering the whole X, right? Yeah, I need to make sure I'm saying the right thing. So I'm saying watch out, boys. We're doing so that's our TV. Why is that? Things paint. So, this is what they're doing right now. This is what I want. Well, maybe this would be okay. Like, I think I could get used to this if I could see stuff, but they do, when you look at a gun in the game, the information box for the gun usually looks like this. So you have to like, you have to move your in-game character's head up to see the text. And then usually that drops your focus on the gun, or maybe there's another gun behind your gun, and you then get that, and then you can't see that one, so you have to go even further up. So you end up having to pick up guns just to be able to see what the gun is. Is a smaller TV or a larger one? It's a very big TV. The problem is that you need to shoot left to right more than up down, so more horizontal space. Well, Karub, this game, they've focused way more on vertical stuff. I'm saying like they've got like a lot of tall buildings that you're supposed to climb. Like they've got a climb mechanic, which is totally new to the older games. So you are supposed to, like, I already find myself in combat a lot of times shooting up or shooting down. You jump down and do the smash. Like they've got the pre-sequel smash mechanic, but without the low gravity. So that tells you that they've got a lot of vertical space to work with. I don't know, man. It's just making me really angry. Like how did, like, this is so basic. This took us literally. I don't even think we had a gun before we were just like, this really sucks. Sounds like they're just abandoning split screen. Most games do these days. I suppose I feel like, hey Kent, I feel like it's I guess I only know what I experience, and to me, getting Borderlands is so obviously a couch co-op thing. But I guess most people play online probably. I did not partake in LD. Did you? Anyway, stupid, and I hate it. I still wish games came on cartridges. I admit I don't have a strong opinion on that. Enable the right one. Yeah, that would probably annoy me if I was playing couch co-op. It's, yeah. I mean, we'll get past it. I'll look into what Krub said about changing the resolution on the TV or Xbox level. Hopefully that would do something. It's just quite disappointing, to be honest. Oh, got 2 lines. So you think game jams are stupid and you hate them? That's exactly it, Kent. That's exactly it. The worst is 3-player co-op on the TV where one lucky C-word gets the top part. I like the socialist one where there's just a black square. Nobody gets any advantage. So set sprite. Set character. Self dot. Yes, we're not going to do that. He hates jam. You've never debated anyone like me before. Oh no, hold my hand. Right, so let's get generic NPC. So we have self.dialog. Oh, it's not generic NPC, we want... Is it not generic NPC? I thought it was. NPC template? Template NPC script, there you go. It's debate ER, isn't it? That looks wrong to me. It just makes the right sound though. Self.id. Right. I'm not gonna correct you because I'm not petty. You just don't know the right answer. Pleb. What are they called? Life Goddess. Delete if element taken. Get the belt, Chantal. Get the jumper cables. I can't remember. It was pretty recent, but I can't remember what brought this on. I have no idea. I can't remember. It's good poetry though. This is disturbing or romantic? There you go. Okay, so that should hopefully now trigger the goddesses, I think. Or they'll just go away because I've got all the elements. Holy shit. That's a big old nasty raid. Boom! Am I the recipient of a raid train? Right, I'm gonna defend. Don't hurt me, I'm just a defenseless little robot. Crass, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome everybody. Take it. Hold my hand, I'm taking it. Alright, who's all here? Wormius, Crass, Taylor 4 Gamers, Fletcher, Artstoff. A lot of people that were here moments ago. Joel Jab, Lazy Vulpes, Dionic. Joel Jab, you got me like 3 times. So Big in fact, we've taken over the chickens. I think you won. Thanks for defending Metal Flap. Welcome everybody. Didn't even mention my name. You're here already, Tart. You don't count. Oh yeah, this is words. Work in progress. World map. There's this new thing called multiple tabs on Chrome. New update. Did you try it yet? What? I don't understand. Where should we show off? What's a good place to show off? It's too much pressure now. Let's go here. Mountains. Mountains is cool. I guess I'll just yeet myself into the Clyde. No, please don't. So yeah, this is Fates of War. Retro fantasy RPG. I'm going to impress you by setting up a trap here that is definitely not going to backfire at all. Come on. There you go. That was pretty cool. Pretty impressive. Gotta head out. Thanks for being awesome. Thank you for the massive raid. I really appreciate it. Can't time us out now, Tart. Were you abusing your mod powers in Crass's stream? So yeah, it's a hybrid of real-time and turn-based action. So you can see these guys, as soon as I move, they're going to start attacking me. But if I stop, everything freezes. And as soon as I move, it starts again. So you can kind of pause time whenever you want. Just try to keep up if there's anything like meaningful in chat, but it's mostly just Tart abusing people. That's the gist of what I'm getting here. You've got a bunch of magic spells at your disposal, which change depending on which element you combine them with. So if I cast this spell here, just one of the cooler ones, I spam a bunch of ice shards like that. That went pretty well. If I switch element, I can cast a meteor shower like this. And if I switch again, it becomes a lightning strike like that. Every spell you cast costs a little bit of HP, so you gotta be careful about how you do it, and that's tied into the story. It's good magic requires sacrifice from the caster, so you need to actually use a little bit of your life energy to make the magic happen. But bad people don't need to use their own life energy, they use the power of the world itself. So that's manifesting in the capital city in the game with a big old nasty hole that looks like this. And this is what you need to stop, because if bad magic is used too much, the whole world's going to be consumed. And that is, depending on your perspective, a bad thing. You're talking to Sad Tart. Sad Tart doesn't argue with you or retort, he just agrees and feeds his own sadness. That sounds kind of like the bad guys in the game. Where's Abusive Tart? I want them back. Crash stream froze on my end. Looks good from here, I think. Got a little bit of dropped frames, but not enough. Alright, welcome back, Joel Jeff. Anyway, if anybody has any questions about the game or my development tools, or I don't know, how to boil an egg, just hit me. I'm going to continue with what I was doing. So I unblocked this thing, but I want to reblock it because it is ruining what I'm trying to test. Didn't actually think that would work. What, the little emoji thing? I think it escapes his part of his left hand, but oh, if you just type shrug. That's amazing. Look, if you're ever feeling down, just remember you use languages that start with an index of 0, unlike some people. That's funny. That's very funny. Bye, Fletcher. Bye forever. When your own bot backfires and bans the person who rated you. Well, that's what you get for encouraging me, for supporting my stream. Don't do that. Hey, Bite Man. This level looks dope. Well, Thanks, Tart. It is literally the gods. That freaking command. Yeah, encouragement's no good. No bueno. Right, so they restart. Okay, okay. You may rely on it, apparently. So what we want to do is if... Right, so if dialogue, it's going to be kind of manual like this, but basically dialogue ID is life goddess 1, then npc scripts dot set update dialogue state. Yep. Stop making 8Ball encourage you to self-harm. It's not okay. It's not okay. Right, self npc ID is self.dialogue ID. The dialogue ID we want is a string, which is going to be life goddess 4, I believe. Yeah. Trigger immediately. Boolean false. Ouch, Autobrash. That was brutal. Try again. Hopefully the question, not the self-abuse. It's not okay. Still pressing NPC. So can you romance me though? Are they trying to play? Are the goddesses trying to play orientations? I don't think so. No, it'll be the old woman, mother, old mother. Yeah, she shouldn't do that. Or that. Or that. So I should hopefully stop the error. Or the game will never load. What do you mean unable to play animation? What is this? Hey Lilybite, how you doing? Doing fab, how's you? I'm doing good. Doing good. Should that be... I guess they should both be false. Or all of these should be false rather than true. About to head out and get some food type things before I start to that. That sounds like a good idea. Don't ask Autobrash to confirm that for you because it's not in a good place today. Just do it. So I'm working. Nice. Oh, that's a really weird bug. What is need for food? I didn't join the raid somehow. Huh, that's weird. Were you like inactive? Maybe that's got something to do with it. Well, you're welcome. I was actually very active. Too active, perhaps? I raided Kras, but I think at the same moment I raided Kras, he raided Braj or something like that. Ah, I see. Yeah, it was a very big raid from Kras, like 75 people. So I was imagining it was a raid train. Yeah, I wouldn't joke about that, Braj, unless I was talking about you, and then I'd be like, lol, psych. Thanks. Does that mean you think I can handle it? Or you just genuinely hate me? That's also a possibility, I guess. Right, so if it's goddess 2 or 3 and option 1, then yes, okay. Genuinely hate you. Cool. Cool. Toxic. Wait, are you talking about, what was that song again? There was a song that you said, toxic masculinity. Teapot. There was a song you said that sounded exactly like Toxic. Britney Spears Toxic, solid song. It's no bad. Couldn't resist. Yeah, neither could I last time we brought up Teapot. Ugh. 418. What? The HTTP 418 I'm a teapot client error response code indicates that the server refuses to brew coffee because it is a teapot. This error is a reference to Hypertext Coffee Pot Control Protocol, which was an April Fool's joke in 1998. I see. So this is news to me and I like it. I love how I got home from work 5 hours ago and have to leave for work in 20 minutes. Oh, I don't love that. I don't know why you love that. Okay, so that didn't work. Oh, because, yeah, I did miss that. Alright, so we're missing one thing, one ore, unfortunately. I don't. Sarcasm. Heavily laced sarcasm. Understandable. When you work from home, you never leave. Oh god, that is also true. I sleep at work. I wake up at work. I poop at work. Some people poop at work, some people don't poop at work. That's got nothing to do with being home. This is so goddamn efficient. Are you looking at the sample project again? It isn't like a normal split shift either. I got home at 2 AM. Oh. Hey, first time here, welcome, Archification. Getting paid to poop is pinnacle first world action. You're not wrong. Okay, first time here, I'm Fletcher. Nice one. Appreciate it. So I did the bright thing and didn't sleep. I tried that once. I'm like, well, it's only like 3 hours. What's the point? It doesn't work. Not for me anyway. Might for some people. Not for me. Hey, first time here, I'm nothing. Got him. No, you didn't got him, actually. Because you're not nothing and I care about you deeply. The art style / color palette is just a bit reminiscent of Hyperlight Drifter in the bright blue air over the water. Well, I think that's a compliment, so thank you. Beep. Beep beep. Steady on, chaps. Beep beep. They're gonna make me old man barrage this soon. Right, so the ye olde mother, she shouldn't need the animation controller either. First I thought that old man was honking at you. I wish. Those green particles, procedural or static tiled animation? So funnily enough, most of the particles in the game use the built-in particle effects editor in default. So if this ever loads, which it should do eventually tomorrow. Gotta head out. Hope you guys have a good day. Alright, Joel Jab, see you later. I think this launch must be just borked. Try and build it again. So what I was trying to say, before everything collapsed around me, heard if you use custom window decorations, it'll host custom window decorations? Don't know what that is. I've been lurking, but I'm also going to work soon. That's a shame, but I'm glad you were here. So yeah, what I was saying is that most of the particles in the game, like these ones, use the inbuilt particle effect editor in default, but actually the ones that you saw, the green ones, are the only ones I've coded by hand because they behave in a way that doesn't really... I don't know how to reproduce that in the particle effect editor, so... I'm confused. Looks like you have a lot of grey hair, but you look youngish. Oh, I dye it grey, that's why. I joke, man, like, you know how the Blizzard launcher uses custom window decorations like the tile bar and all that. Ah, I see. Don't think you're allowed to say Blizzard anymore. No, yeah, I'm joking. I don't actually dye my hair grey. It's probably just because my green screen settings, they desaturate me, so it probably makes it look grey. The camera brush is actually a 300-pound black hole. It's true. I got a lot of filters going on here. My grandma was that way. She dyed her hair white since she turned 20. Wow, that's interesting. I actually like the young guy with grey hair look. Been quite a few Final Fantasy characters like that too. I do have a couple of strands of grey coming out. Not to get you all hot and bothered, but it's beginning to happen. Right, so that was, I think, the goddesses. Is there anything else missing? Silver Fox, oh yeah. I saw my ex-girlfriend for the first time in like 6 years. She had a child and grey hairs, and she is younger than me. That's spoopy. I'm dyeing mine silver/white when it's long enough. Are you actually? If only fictional hair translated well into reality, blue/purple, etc. colored hair doesn't look nearly as natural in reality as it can in games. You're right. It can look good, it can look terrible also. That's what children do, suck the joy out of you. Wow, Tard, that's not okay. I, I shouldn't make that joke. 'Cause 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 I shouldn't make that joke. ' Anyway, so I've done that. Don't even try to understand, right? Doesn't look natural. So games look better than real life, so the human eye can see a million FPS. Can they? Level up, right? So if we click, yeah, so that should be somewhere else. So if coming level is equal to definitely dye my hair, that's cool. I'll look forward to it. It's actually more around 300 to 500 depending on the scene. I don't think that's not right, is it? I thought the human eye could see not 300 to 500 FPS, less than 100 I thought. My hair is half black and half purple, dyed right down the middle. Does it look natural? That sounds natural to me, so. Right, so if coming level is, actually we're in one of these, so NPC scripts dot play dialogue ID. We can't like perceive the details of each individual frames, but we notice changes in images up to that amount. For example, if you put a red dot in one frame at 300 FPS, you'll notice. Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. I wonder if that's like new knowledge, because mine is, I don't know, 20 years old. So if dialogue ID is equal to old mother death, studies on this are relatively recent. Well, there you go. I'm just out of date. Old man Braj. People seem to like the game more than I did at least. So that's good, Lily, right, so what do we have? No, was it in player? I think. It's always better than the opposite. I'm kind of concerned that that's going to happen with me. Probably started when someone was like, the human eye can't perceive more than 30 FPS. That was painful to type. I'm glad you pushed through. Avoid one, okay. Ang Lee released a film filmed at 120 FPS. Good luck watching it properly. Is it really disconcerting? Because I remember when they started doing, was it 60 FPS? Like the Hobbit films, I think? And I watched that in the cinema and it was just really weird. Like, I didn't really enjoy it. I hate when movies are at 40 FPS. Okay, I've done it. I've gone the self-deprecating meme rabbit hole. RIP productivity. Hobbit was at like 48 or something. No, it's more you won't find a clean source plus clean player. It will always cut unless you are at a digital theater. Makes sense. It literally feels like I'm watching a soap opera. Wait, so you don't like The Hobbit, Tart? These pro gamers with well-trained reflexes and such. If a sniper bullet flies across your screen, will there be any frames drawn with the bullet present, or will you never know where it came from and die? This is why they play on 4800 Hz plus monitors. Makes sense. You know I don't. Yeah, but I just want you to rant about it so that people hate you in chat. I don't actually. People already hate me? Nah, they don't. Well, time to go rip at work. Alright. I hope it passes quickly and painlessly. I almost said painfully there. I don't hate you, but I just got here. There's time yet, is what you're saying. Later, Ari. Yeah, see you later, Ari. So there's death. Almost Freudian slip. Well, no. No, because a Freudian slip is when you say one thing but mean your mother another. Don't actually want to build that there. It's kind of cringy because I've said that joke on stream like 5 times, so people that are here usually they must have heard it like multiple times. So what language are we in here? English. I'm joking, it's Lua. That was low-key a good one. I really like the joke, that's why I keep saying it all the time. Oh, she's not there. I see. Soul Plane's death. If I ever see a mental health professional who references Freud, I'm calling the police. I don't think I've read any Freud. I read a little bit of one of the other ones. I can't remember. Adler, I think. I don't even understand it, to be honest. I think most of what he came up with isn't really a thing anymore, but I'm sure some of it still, or like some of it kind of made it through time. Sometimes you use Flash, but Flash is dead. You need to use lots of JavaScript and HTML5. Make a game based on Electron to ensure that it eats all the host's RAM so you don't have enough left to run any games that aren't yours. I'm not gonna lie, when you started that, I was just getting fired up to defend Flash, but I felt you there. It's a good one. I feel like the things I've heard are really disgusting and disturbing even. I'm sure I've read some, like I don't think I've read primary Freud, but I think Adler discussed Freud. And sure, it's disturbing, but isn't that part, like, or at least tangentially kind of the point? Human eye can't perceive more than what? Than 30 FPS. Did I say that? I don't think I said that. You've misclipped me. Well, I'm pretty sure it's all been disproven because realistically it's bullshit and just gross. I think you might be slightly tinged by your attitude there. I think yes, most of it has been, I guess, disproven if you want to say that. I think probably like mostly I think sometimes I think he like set up certain kind of methodologies and stuff, and then yes, most of his ideas I think are like out of date or incorrect, but I don't think he was all bad. Just because he dealt with stuff that's disturbing doesn't mean he was all wrong. Keep watching here yourself. Okay, technically you quoted me right then, cooler. Nah, Flash is cool, I understand why it's going away, but I miss all those wonderful Flash games around the internet that may vanish. It's sad. That's true. I made a lot of Flash games in the days. Okay. I don't know, can you name some things that aren't bullshit? Well, I can't because I don't know enough about his works. So, and it was, I think I read it last in 2013, so it's pretty out of date. High functioning in one of those people that can't be in a room with fluorescent lights because it's like being in a disco. Neurons aren't so bad, but those old ones. It's like being stuck in a stop motion film that's on fast forward. Oof, that sounds distressing. But yeah, it's hard. So yeah, I can't quote anything. I just remember thinking that it was mostly out of date, but it's like he still laid foundation. So like even people like Jung and Adler and stuff that came afterwards, I think even all of their ideas are pretty much not in practice anymore, but their ideas have laid the foundation for other stuff. So I don't know if is that worth something? Probably. It doesn't mean you would use it in practice today, which I guess is what you said. My problem is more with people who practice and don't think the majority of it is bullshit. Does that exist? Me and a friend met a psychology student who would constantly reference him. In what year of psychology? Because it could just be like they're doing that class currently. I don't know. They were in like second year, so maybe they're like still building foundations or something. I don't know. They're definitely not, you know, in practice. The person was such a horrible dude. I wonder, I would like to see or like know if there's any research into how many people with severe mental issues go into the mental health field. Like he would just analyze his friends. Yeah. I don't know, I just feel like it seems if you had problems yourself, you'd be drawn to it. But I mean, also second year in uni. How old are you then? Like, assuming he went straight into uni, he'd be like 20, maybe. you're hardly going to be mature then anyway. Hey, Zengris. So we've got a couple of different states here. So if, I don't know, it's a mode of thinking, I think. I always analyze everything, my friends as well. I just don't share my analysis unless they ask. I mean, that's fair enough. But yeah, so my point is that certainly if you're in a psychology degree, it's pretty natural that you'll be analyzing the people around you. And then yes, sharing is probably what Watertart is implying. The sharing was done behind their backs, which is not great. Well, there's a difference between verbalizing it and using your psychoanalysis to just make people feel like shit, though. So if I made it clear enough, I think you're making it clear. I think it sounds like either immature or has issues of their own. You know, that's what I was saying. Is I think, you know, if you're gonna, like, some people with certain types of mental issues are drawn to others with other or similar mental issues, and then I don't know. I feel like it would attract. It's similar. Like I heard somewhere that like surgeons have a high concentration of people with, and I can't remember the proper term, if it was psychopath or sociopath. I think the terms are evolving, so I don't know what the correct one is. A lot of them there, and like CEOs as well, because you've got to be like cutthroat, figuratively speaking, to get to the top of companies. So I wonder if that's the kind of, if there's a similar thing with psychiatrists, for instance. I'd considered going into mental health, studied to become a gender therapist, but then the number of years it takes, plus going back to uni at my old age. I mean, good money, but I'd rather be broke and a struggling game dev. Here. Me and a friend have honestly met so many people that fit into that category in the medical part of uni. I'm not surprised. Like, medicine in general is like, it's really high status. I think anything like that would, I mean, that could, borderline abusers, it's super scary. I mean, anything high status will probably attract narcissists, for instance. Everything is scary. Well, courage is moving on anyway. Wait, no brackets, is this Skoda? Ooh! I get to use my meme. It's not Godot, it's default. Right, never heard of it. Yeah, it's much smaller, I think. Or more niche anyway. Watching Dr. Pimple Popper and realizing the size of things that can grow under your skin if left unchecked. You think they're small, but they get huge. Oh no. It was you that asked as well, Tart. Maybe I shouldn't have read it out loud. Oh my god. I didn't know that was a thing for you, Tart. You're squeamish, but not about everything, I don't think. But I don't know if I'm just thinking wrong. No thank you, Zengris. I can watch those videos for hours on end. Oof. Anything but gore. If non-available 2, so actually, if it's 2, then we know it's going to be this one, I think. No, if it's 2, then... Damn it. Yeah, if it's 2, then it has to be second. But if it's 1, if the number taken is 2, then it means that we're on the third one, otherwise we're on the shattered one. This probably doesn't make much sense, but I'm basically setting up the dialogue tree for this character to reflect the choices throughout the game, because you come back to the same place multiple times. So if number available is 3, that means it's the first encounter, so that's pretty easy. It's just she responds differently to you if you've got consumption or not. If you're clean, then it's clean, yeah. Otherwise, if there's 2 left when you're there, then that means you're on the second one. If there's 1 left, then it means either you've got 2 already or you've crushed 1. So if you've got 2, then you're on the third one, otherwise, yeah, okay, that makes sense logically. So if we actually would want to be in the other area, we want to be in the goddess area. Don't we always? So we're going to talk to her, I expect. Actually, I don't expect that to make any sense whatsoever, actually, because we've got all 3, we've got all elements available, so we'll end up here. So she's gonna say the shattered one, I think. That's the only logical conclusion. Yeah. Oh, of course, she's not set up to actually continue conversation, so we'll fix that. Template NPC script. So here, if I think I might do some sculpting streams soon. That sounds cool. I'd watch that. Sounds relaxing. Update dialogue state with that, yeah. If there is any. You could sculpt Freud's bust. Cannot wrap my brain around sculpting. I never want to try it because it seems easy, and if I try it, I'll prove to myself that it isn't, and then I'll feel bad about myself. So. It's one of those things I thought I'd be really bad at, but my first attempts were good. That's awesome. So that's like opposite of what I'm expecting from myself. I feel like I'm going to be good at it, but then if I try, I'll be bad. I'm still wildly inconsistent and I don't know what I'm doing. Did you have you done any courses on it? Was that part of your uni curriculum at all or no? I think that's all of this done, which is awesome. So I'm just gonna log these. So that was completed today, the 9th of October. We finished houses. And we're going to move on to Old Man. Didn't do any courses, but a Udemy one might be a good idea, to be honest. Yeah, probably. ZBrush, good fun, favorite thing to do. Hey Dejan. This was my second ever sculpt I did on a stream years ago. Yeah man, that was good. It's a bit dark, but it's because it's supposed to be spooky. That looks really good. Right, so let's open the Old Man. Sounds gruesome, but it's not. I need to learn how to use a reference to. Artistically or technically? The Old Man, the store stays only on the top levels, right? So in the library, I missed that, what did you say? Oh, I was asking if you meant using a reference like artistically, or if there's like a technical component to using them that I'm not aware of. Your internet shit in the bed. Hold its hand. Right, so just the Old Man, right? So it starts with complete quest, right? Guess what, guys? I just ate breakfast and my hunger bar is doing really well now. Nice. Like, I think if you do it without a reference, you're more likely to fudge up proportions and stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. Self-ID. We're gonna set it to Old Man Library 1. Alrighty. And then I don't currently... How did we do this? Right, I think I just need to set up like a big old nasty one here. if coming level is equal to library 1. Only save dialog position on top level. So if, then save it, else launch without saving. So the condition is annoying, but update dialog state. Once we trigger it using here, and then, but if it's something, then we update the state. That's it. That's what we're going to do. So if dialog ID, then the dialog state should be could it just be dialog ID? I'm not sure. This might not go well, but I think so though. CMC Oto, thank you very much for the follow. Please let me know how you'd like your name pronounced, because I don't think that was it. Reading the Fates of Word section below the stream, thinks it would be cool if there were conjured weapons. Thinks about doing an Oblivion playthrough with conjured weapons and summons only. I like Skyrim better, but the audio system is jank in Proton. I'm on Linux. Cognitive dissonance sucks. That's a shame. We don't have conjured weapons in the game, but we do have. We're gonna have a system where you can go to an artisan to improve the quality of your item. So can't you also like convert / control some enemy units? Are you talking about Fates of War or Oblivion? You can in Fates of War. Could you control a sentient sword thing? I don't have any Fates of War otherwise. So no conjured weapons, but enchanted weapons. Or does improved quality mean more of a grindstone thing? Kind of in between, because weapons in the game almost exclusively affect your magical abilities. There's on purpose almost no weapon fighting. It's all magic. So you go to an artisan that improves the magical traits of your weapons. So they remain with the same qualities, but just better. I'm gonna write this down because I just got an idea talking about it. So the original idea was max out item stats, but I just thought of remove any curses, because a lot of weapons come with curses. So maybe you could pay the artisan to strip out the curse from the item. That might actually be really good. I see. So if you have a sword, you would use it as a magic focus instead of hitting things with it. Well, the sword is the exception. So basically, you do have melee, and the sword items in game do have, one of the traits is increased melee damage. I think in general, swords tend to just affect melee. But let me see if I can go to. I'll go to a place where there's a inventory I can check out. Take you to the priest Uncurse. That makes sense, Krub, but lore-wise in the game, nobody is really aware of magic, especially not the priests. The priests will actually accuse you of blasphemy if you talk to them about magic, so it doesn't fit here, but it's a good idea otherwise. So if I look at the swords, you know, here, this one's got melee damage and attack rate. This one has Sword of Flames, which makes the sword magic, but damages you as well. That one's weird, that doesn't have anything. Seems not right. But anyway, if I equip this Sword of Flame, now when I swing it, I get a little, if I can zoom in, get a little flame effect going, but it actually deals some damage to me as well. I think there's a blue priest here that I can hit. He just dies once anyway. There you go, the dwarf's on fire. So our hero is the hero because he's perhaps the only being who trusts magic and everyone else throws it into the ignorance pot. More or less, you kind of get it thrust upon you, which is a bit of a cliche, but it's kind of literal. You're around when the big thing happens, and the people that are meant to be the hero get either killed or incapacitated, and you're just the only one left that can do anything. So you get the last remaining bit of magic, and it's up to you to use it to stop bad things happening, basically. Burn the Dwarf. Dwarves on Fire is a good metal band name, I agree. So we need to go to Quest for 9. Right, so we're gonna do that. Sorry, I feel like I keep going on about Unreal, but I'm just like overwhelmed with the thing. But that's okay. That moment when the janitor has a green ring from space land in his backyard. Yeah, pretty much. It's in this case, it's a crystal that the master of the academy tries to throw at the hero, but he misses and you catch it and you get teleported to here, which is the scene where you first get your magic. So you meet this is the mother of the gods, and these are the gods themselves. So you speak to them and they just casually say like, yeah, do you want our power? Right. What game engine or framework are you using? I'll beat the guys. Haha, got you, Fletcher. It's default. You can make your sound files like a self-contained execute in animation script that picks random sound between a bunch of input clips. Nice. So what is consumption? You get all your dialogue in yet? Yeah, looks like it. This looks like it's working. So this guy is just a massive exposition dump. But I didn't know a better way to do it. It's too much information, so you have to like choose to read it. so much. So you would need the crystal to get there. Are there more of these crystals? Is the crystal still in your possession after you teleport there? Would it be possible for anyone else to get there in addition to you? The guy who mistakenly threw the crystal, where did you get it from? Right, okay, lots of questions. Would you need the crystal to get there? Yes. Are there more of these crystals? Yes. Is the crystal still in your possession after you teleport there? No. It's consumed as part of the process. Would it be possible for anyone else to get there in addition to you? In addition, no. Instead of, maybe, but in practice, no. The guy who mistakenly threw you the crystal, where did you get it from? So it was passed down in the academy for centuries. Nice artwork, love your game, thank you very much. If you want to check out the artist's work, that's the link to his portfolio. And if anyone is interested in the game in general, it's on Steam to be wishlisted. I'll look at my wish list. It makes me happy to see them go up, so please do. Right, so that was the old man completed. That's another thing. I've wrecked the schedule today. So per the schedule, the beta should be done in 12 days, which is pretty terrifying. Doesn't wishlist help with the Steam algorithm too? That is black magic, more complicated than the magic in my game, but I believe so. So I think it's got more to do with the momentum of wishlists rather than the total number. So in practice, if I get one or two more wishlists through my stream, it's not going to make a difference. Right, so what time is it? I've got some time left. So what's happened with the music? Some magical algorithm that probably takes up a couple of lines, but none of us have any clue. Yeah, basically. Although I followed a guy on Twitter that does he's a contractor that does the discovery on Steam. And he does some interesting stuff. I don't think he does the official discovery. He's working on some kind of project to discover games, and it seems pretty good. Because they're doing stuff like, what do you call it? Unknown gems. I'm like, yeah, hopefully I'll be unknown. Hopefully I'll be classed as a gem as well. But that kind of stuff is good. But yeah. Anyway, let's, yeah, so the music, for some reason. So, go rewind a little bit. We didn't used to have a way to track whether a song stopped playing or like finished. So you've got like 3 minutes of music or something, but you need to, your RGem top pressure off, thank Fletcher. So you want to loop the track, or well, in this case, looping is easy because you just take looping. But for my purposes, I want to like play the track, have like a minute of pause in between, and then play it again, something like that. So it's important for me to know when the track finishes playing, and there didn't used to be a way to do that. So what I would do is I would just you know the length of the track, so you just have a counter that in parallel to the music playing actually just keep track of the time, and when it reaches the end, it just it says the track's done. However, for some reason, in game it doesn't fit. As in I think the track finishes before the counter. So I don't know if that's something to do with the frame rate or something like that, but basically it doesn't work well. But they have released an update to default where you get a callback when a sound finishes playing. So I shall make use of that instead of my crude counter that didn't work. So yeah, I have this table of track lengths, and at some point I measured it, so I realized that multiplying by 1.095 made it work. But I suspect that that's one of these things where that works on my machine, and then when I give it to someone else, it will completely wreck the music. So I'm just going to rely on like the actual music track completing. So manage track length. What we do here, So this is when it finishes. So what we want is we need to use this callback, which comes from sound play. So sound play. Ooh, I use an extension, and I don't think I use sound.play. I mean, I could maybe just not use the extension for the music. Using it for the sound effects is more important, but that might be a problem. Sugar. That might indeed be a problem. So when we get a message to play music, I think we call mixer, which is an extension. You can use your counter, you just need to save the time when the song starts. No, I don't. Well, unless I'm missing something, I don't think that would work. It's not on update. Compare the time span between that mark and now. If longer than X, stop song. But that's what I've been doing, unless. Sound.play, wrap it in the extension. Shuga dooga doo doo do my top brush. Okay. But yeah, so the counter should be static until the song ends. But I need to detect when the song ends, that's my problem. So currently what I do, I rely on the delta time from the engine. And for some reason that doesn't match actual time. You won't be able to 100%. If the frame jumps, then the counter won't increase enough. Yeah, exactly. So I suspect that's the problem. So I would like to instead rely on, what do you call it? The engine detecting the song ending, like Archification says. Right, I need to take a short break. I'm not gonna run an ad. It's tempting, right? See you soon, Tart. Because then that'll make people angry. That's the problem. Like, why would you run ads? Because it's just gonna piss people off.
Thank you for being a true
Archification, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'll be gone for like a minute, and then I'll be back. So see you imminently. Such parallax, very scroll. Well, eventually running ads will disable pre-rolls for everyone. I did see something like that. So basically, if I understand it right, if you run an ad for 30 minutes afterwards, people don't get pre-rolls onto your stream, which is kind of cool. But I just imagine there'd be a certain percentage drop-off rate as soon as you run an ad, just from your existing viewers, which isn't great. So how many references do we have to Mixer here? 8. Interesting. So basically, you want to not use Mixer anymore. Avoiding pre-rolls is also incentive to subscribe, so you wouldn't want that incentive to go away, right? Yeah, that's true as well. I didn't think of that. I don't really subscribe to anyone on Twitch, so I'm not up to date on what the benefits are, but ad-free viewing is one of them. Although, I guess you wouldn't see whichever ads I run manually, but then I would run them during breaks anyway, so it's not like, you know, you just stare at my parallaxy BRB screen, which isn't much better. It's at least, it's quieter than an ad. Right, so okay, before we do that, we want, when we play the music, what is the music component? Self music component. Music component. So music object is factory create, the song, component URL is that, and then the fragment is music, which is the actual file. So self music component is just a reference to the file. Okay. It's something I'm gonna test because shrugs. If the drop-off is significant, then yeah, not worth it. I mean, it's not really worth it to begin with. At the number of viewers you have as an affiliate. See, I thought it would include your pre-rolls, but I don't think it does. I think it's only whenever you manually run an ad, which makes it a lot less enticing. Quite as good, don't you love it when you're trying to listen to ASMR and sleep at 3 AM and then suddenly Shia LaBeouf. Just relax and then do it! Right, so that is the music component. So it's not that, I mean, the rate, and I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it, but the rate is pretty good, but it's the volume you get as an affiliate if the pre-roll isn't included. There's a lot of churn, I think, people that just open your stream and then leave. So if you did get the ad revenue from them as well, that would be good. But if it's only from ads you run in the middle of your stream, then is not good. So where do we start? If we start in the library that doesn't have any music, so we want to start in where's got music? It's no one. I'm sure it's got music. So in the music controller, it's more than nothing, but yeah, without pre-rolls and without the level of audience one has as an affiliate, or without, yeah. It'll take a while to hit that $100 payout. Well, it should just top it up, right? You'll still get most of it from like subs and bits and stuff like that. I can speech. Me fail English? That'd be impossible. Right, so in here, sound stop, or what do? mixer.stop, stop playing track, okay? So sound.stop, can we can't pan, but it, fade time, yeah. Music or sound. You don't need to grammar well, you just need to code an algorithm to do it for you, exactly. Set sound gain, so you can't. Post this message to a sound component to make it stop playing all active voices. Set panning on all active playing voice of a sound. Valid ranges from -1 to 1. So that's just degrees. Set gain. So that's linear gain. So you'd have to like animate the gain. So you'd have to make, I guess I would have to make a sound function myself, because it's yeah, the DB I'm using, and I don't think DB is updated for this. Audio. Sound.play, sound.stop. Yeah, this was last updated 2 years ago, and I don't have the knowledge to do a pull request. I think there's a pull request button on the page that tells you how. Not that part I could figure out. I'm sure it's more how to modify this to make it work with what I wanted to do. I don't even. That's mixer.lua. Does this use? Doesn't use set group gain. It does have that. Set sound gain. Stop. Play. So we've got message post mixer URL. Gonna drop off, but have a good one to operation chat. See you later, Fletcher. Thank you for hanging out. So it does do this here. Config is a table. Maybe I could use this. Because all that does, well, mixer URL, is that? No, I thought that would be. It's not this analogous. Is it analogous to this? URL play properties and complete function. So the play properties is a table. That is just a table of config though. Play sound. Okie dokie. Mixer URL is my URL. So it gets the play message. Geo. This is just an example, right? Oh no, this is it, isn't it? If it's play, it's a weird song. It ends up with play sound. Yeah, here it's hard coded. So here it sends the message. With a delay in gain. And what we would need here is the delay in gain. So there's not even a way to get the callback function here. This message is sent back to the sender of a play sound message if the sound could be played to completion. So that's different. ID number supplied when the message is posted. But that will send it back to Mixer, which I think, could we add? I don't think we could add. We couldn't add another script to the game object because this won't be. Will this be? Can I edit this? I'll just add a script then. Test.script. So we'll have this just beeping a lot. Beep. We'll add this to the dbeep mixer, which I don't know if we can. That's what we're trying to find out. It doesn't want to save, it seems, but where do I add this? Have I added this? Sound, music. Music doesn't have it. These are just files. Show an asset browser, show. Do you have any references? Nope. So I doubt it. There was this one time I wrote code, so some code could talk to the other code so I could code easier. Nice. Actually, that is beeping like I want it to. So if this receives a message, I don't know, does it message back to script? On message, print message ID and print message. See, that's I'm not so sure about. And even if I do get messages there, I think it would be impossible to distinguish between sound effects and music files. No, I'm not getting any messages, I don't think. Which leads me to believe that it says just a script that gets messaged. Can I see this in here? I don't think so. Could I copy this manually? I wouldn't be able to get any updates, but then it hasn't been updated for 2 years anyway, so. that'll be something to consider. So instead of event handlers play sound, I can't see that in here. I'll have to check it out in GitHub. So in play sound, event handlers play sound. So I don't think that's the relevant thing. Cues. Geo. Sound script. No. Mixer script. Oh yes, it's when we require dbeat.mixer, that's when it becomes a thing, right? So can I just create, where else references that? Control Shift F, dbeat dot something. 2 results, 3 results. Sound, music, and ambient. Fine. Okay, so if we create a folder called dbeat, dark unexplored territory here. Don't know what I'm doing. It seems to me like I should be able to do that. Yeah. And then instead, just refer to utilities.dbeat. And that, fingers crossed, shouldn't break things. So now I have a local copy of dbeat, and we'll see what that does to break things. It seems to still work. I know it's too quiet for you to hear on stream. I can still hear the sounds, which makes me think that I now have a local copy. So when we play get position and rotation. That seems unnecessary. Does that have something to do with distances and stuff? Anyway, the sound. GeoAnimate the gain. Post message.url play sound. So play sound is a message like that. But sound.play, what's the difference between sound.play and play sound? Welcome back, Tart. Is default easy to learn? I guess it depends on your background, but I found it pretty easy to learn, yeah. Have to go to Edinburgh tomorrow to finalize the suspension. How do you feel about that? Message.url, play properties. So play properties. Why does that look weird? Haven't been on the train since the incident. Ah. The real question is, how do you feel about Flash being unsupported soon? A little bit sad, but I mean, I haven't worked in Flash for years and years and years, so I don't feel much about it. Nice. String hash URL, that's fine, and then the play properties. Is a table of stuff, which above is delay and gain. So delay and gain. Right. Pan and speed, so that's fine. Let's do that. And then complete function to call when the sound is finished playing. What do you mean with unsupported? There's still the Air framework and various other use cases outside browsers. Actually, do we even need this? Is it just the if message ID is equal to, I'm just gonna put Alex message intercept just so I know that I'm actually getting stuff from here. And then if message ID is equal to hash sound done, then print the message and print sound done. So we'll see. This should call on sound effects as well, which is not what we want eventually, but so something's not happy. The receiver shouldn't be nil in 34. What? Mixer.lua. Huh? Do these things all refer to their old stuff? They do. So I would have to change all this. So that's no ideal. It's trickier than I thought. Fortunately. Yo, sup? Hey, CobbleDev. How you doing? I'm fine. How about you? I'm doing good also. Mixer and then sound. Cues, utilities, okay. And then I guess probably these refer to things, maybe? Maybe not. Random. Sequence. D-table. I see. What is you working on? I'm trying to butcher an audio extension to see if I can tweak it to do a thing I wanted to do. I don't know how it's going. I might abandon it. We'll see. Okay, so that should take care of all these references. If you mean more broadly the game, you can check it out there. So something's still wonky there. The receiver shouldn't be known. Still being weird. Mixer.lua. $34. Yeah. So the problem is where it's so like what is wrong? Oh no, whatever will I do? Whatever will I do? E to if game Not done. What? I don't even think you understand what you're saying. Still not happy. Okay, so this might just be too... Did I not see these? Yeah, put if crash then don't. That does sound useful. Stop queue, stop mixed, set mixed gain, set group gain, mixer, da la la. So if I search that, there shouldn't be any. No results found. All replaced. Load external changes. Ready, set, build. I have that everywhere in my code. Nice. It's foolproof until someone goes and develops a better fool. So yeah, if unimplemented, then implement and ship. Nice. Easiest game dev. I've been doing it wrong all this time. If game is not profit, then game is profit. You guys are geniuses. How did I get such clever viewers? Right, so 3-4 still thinks it's nil. I don't think it's nil. It won't listen to me if I argue, so. That's annoying. For each unimplemented feature, implement feature. Now we're getting into loops. Well, I just finished this cute little game. Nice. Music controller is trying to play 138. Local. Into music. Mixer.play. And mixer is a reference to utilities.db.mixer. So utilities db mixer. I think I'm gonna try to get some good progress done today, so I'm gonna head out in a minute. That's cool. For review in reviews, if not good review, then delete review. Nice. Local mixer URL. Python looks silly without new line. I wish I could just struct story. Steam is an array of game struct starting at 1. Okay, so this didn't really work. Oops. So here, mixer, we stop it with a decay fade time. We set the gain with a fade time. Play music. Fade old track. It's just gonna be too sudden. What are you doing? I was trying to butcher sound extension that I was using to slightly edit it, but I'm having not much luck. So I'm just trying to think of what I could do instead. Basically, the sound extension allows me to do stuff like fading music and stuff like that, which is kind of nice. But it doesn't allow me to detect when the music has stopped playing, which is quite a problem. So I was trying to edit the extension to do that. So I don't know how to get around that. Yeah, I don't know. I might see reasoning to detect in order to adequately control the music. So if it finishes playing, I need to know so that I can apply a rest period at that point, which could be very short. So yeah, I need to know it. I can't control my gift to mankind. That's true, it's uncontrollable. Right, I'll get started on my own. Have a good stream. Alright, CobbleDev, thank you for hanging out. Enjoy. Retweeted then followed, the only real way to Twitter. I appreciate it. Shows you're committed. Right, I'm going shrooming. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up there for today. I've got some, it's annoying because I got loads and loads of progress done and then I get stuck at the last thing I'm doing, which is really frustrating, but we'll regroup tomorrow, I think. So yeah, thank you for watching Tart and Pon Theory. Massive thanks to Crass for that humongous raid. That was awesome. Thank you to everybody for hanging out and chatting, coming with suggestions, that kind of stuff. It's always awesome. We're going to raid Tober Prime, who's recently released his game Savage, the Shard of Gosen in early access on Steam. So we'll see what he's up to. And yeah, if you haven't already, drop a follow to me over here. And here are a million social media accounts as well for you to follow at your leisure. So I wish you all have an excellent day and see you later.